This resource is called Know Jesus, Know His Story. It's from the Bible Society, and I welcome to the show Steve McRobie from the Bible Society to talk more about this. Well, good morning, Steve. Great to have you here today.
Kia ora, Kat. Thanks for inviting us to be on the show, and good morning to all your listeners.
Now, it's so cool to hear about this because I think sometimes when we are believers and we've been, a Christian for a while, we think we know everything, right? But we can always have fresh revelations. Plus, we can share this with people who don't yet know Jesus' story. So let's talk about who is behind this and what's inside this resource. What can people expect?
Well, as many of your listeners may be aware, each year the Bible Society Group seeks to produce a resource to make available to encourage people, particularly in this time as we go into the Easter season. And so this is a resource that we're really excited about. It's one of the first times that we've created it in-house by some of our own team members, creative guys who have done all the put everything together. And so we've been really excited about the 7-day devotional. It's not very long, it's only 7 days, but our hope is that it'll help people just draw closer to the Lord and get a truer meaning and understanding of what Easter's all about.
That's so cool. And I understand that there's a special focus as well. It's kind of aimed at young adults, is that right?
Yeah, it's sort of been put together for, older teenagers, young adults, or even just adults in general.
Okay, so even adults that just need that kind of fresh injection in their faith journey. And why do you think it's really important to reignite the awe and wonder of the Easter story?
I think sometimes, Kat, we get lost up in the busyness of day-to-day life. We've just had, the new year, we've just had different holidays, and before we know it, Easter's upon us. And sometimes it's like we just go to church and we're there. And so this is just something that we hope will cause people to be a little bit reflective as they go into that Easter time, that Easter season, and just to be able to think about, the last few days of Jesus' life here on earth as he was going, to die. On the hill for us. So it's just that time to be able to help people to be a little bit, reflective about this particular season.
Well, I'll be honest. I'm the first to admit that I get easily distracted, and I know exactly what you're talking about. All of a sudden it's Easter. You're like, how do we get here? Like, I'm just kind of coping with getting the kids back into school and life kind of accelerating towards December already. But it's so important to take that time to really appreciate with fresh eyes, the gospel message. And that's what it's all about. So what do you hope people will ultimately get out of this resource?
Well, I think there's a couple of things in there. I mean, each little devotional or daily reading has a passage of scripture, so there's a bit of Bible engagement by reading that. There's also a devotional section within the reading, which is sort of encourages some reflection. And then out of that, there's an application as well, that asks a couple of questions, something like, how does Jesus' journey impact your life? Or what does a resurrection mean for you today? So I guess it's really just, as I said earlier on, helping people to maybe draw closer to the Lord through this season, through this time, and to probably get a little bit more of a biblical understanding of what Easter's all about.
Awesome. Well, how can people access this free resource, Know Jesus, Know His Story, and what's the best way for listeners to engage with it over Easter?
Yeah, look, we've got a couple of ways on our website, biblesociety.org.nz, or from the 20th of March on the YouVersion app. You can just type in our name, Bible Society New Zealand, or Know Jesus, Know His Story, and that'll pop up. But through the YouVersion app, that'll be available from the 20th of March. So, just want to encourage your listeners, if they're wanting something to help them lead into the Easter, then jump online and download this particular resource.
Marvelous. The wonders of modern technology, the YouVersion app. Know Jesus, Know His Story. Search for the Bible Society there. Or you can access this amazing free digital resource, a 7-day journey from sacrifice to victory, by heading to the website biblesociety.org.nz. Thank you so much, Steve, for joining me today.
Kia ora, Kate. Thanks so much.
Amazing. I hope you enjoyed that as much as we did.
Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe and turn your notifications on so you don't miss the next video.
We'll see you in the next one.